We're a delivery business. We've been delivering pizza since the 1960s. It is what we do. It is at the core of our business. It's about creating great customer experiences and achieving, operational excellence. Domino's provides an affordable treat that we can deliver hot and fresh in 20 minutes. We're also focusing on reducing our footprints throughout our business and providing to the communities where we serve. So we do a lot of community support.
Navigating social media can be, complicated. Welcome to the Social Media Sucks podcast from Cubco.
Social media really sucks.
Where we unpack the latest trends and help remove the suck from social media.
Welcome back to the Social Media Sucks podcast by Cubco. If you ever experienced the fear of missing out when it comes to social media and marketing trends, then this is definitely the right place for you. We help you level up your marketing and business skills by covering the latest news within social media and through our inspiring guests. Before we get started, please do us a favor. If you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel or podcast, please do so now because it really helps us get all this inspiration and education out there for more people just like yourself. So let's get into today's episode. With me today, I have Mila from Domino's Pizza Denmark, who is the CMO. And then next to me, on the left-hand side, is our office cowboy and CEO.
Why do I keep getting the cowboy thing? Actually, I said that 2 times now, and then you never wear your cowboy hat when I say it, so I feel like it's next time I will. Okay. They're up there.
Yeah, and then I say something different, like Amazon enthusiast or something.
I love Amazon.com, so yeah.
Or come to our office, they're upstairs.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm going there.
Okay, bye.
Next podcast will be remote at Domino/Amazon.
Yeah, I'm gonna dial in, Chris.
Yeah, thanks for the intro. Great to have you here.
Yeah, thank you. Really great to have you here, Mila. Please tell us a little about yourself and then how you got to this position you are today at Domino's Pizza.
Hard work, lots of hard work.
No sleep.
Yeah.
Well, I come from a hospitality background, so I grew up in Dubai. And I lived there for some 20 years. And I think when you live there, you're very naturally curious towards that industry. Overnight, you have hotels and restaurants and international chains just come out of the desert. And so that led me to study hospitality. Wow. And since day one, I've been in restaurant marketing. I worked for premium brands, but also boutique concepts, my own, as you know.
Yeah, so Mila has have had a roastery, actually 2 roasteries, right? No, 1 roastery and 2 coffee shops.
Yeah, I did. And then I actually worked in Dubai and Croatia, in Azerbaijan, where I was working for Domino's as well, coincidentally, actually. And I moved back here to Denmark 4 years ago. So joining the company here.
Were they like, okay, you've done a great job here, we really need you to help Denmark? Or how did that come across?
The business in Azerbaijan it's a different franchise completely. So it was a coincidence, I would say.
Okay,
that's great.
Amazing.
Cool.
But that's really nice because then you have that business perspective as well when you have like your own business and in the hospitality business per se. So that's really valuable.
Yep. Yeah. It's important that you've worked the floor and in the kitchens and all the restaurants. And I come with the industry specific background rather than the functional specialty of marketing. But that's what I've worked with for 13 years.
Yeah. A lot of hands-on knowledge. So if you what's the biggest learning you've had throughout your career?
That's a large one. That's a big question.
It's a big one.
What's the biggest? Have you got? What's the biggest learning?
I mean, sometimes people
what's some nuggets of knowledge? It doesn't have to be the biggest.
I
learning,
would
but
say
what's the
biggest one.
I am not in this job that I am today because I made a plan. On the contrary, everything I've done, I did with my heart, and working across different cultures just means you have to learn to adapt. So I think just being adaptable and being hands-on and not being afraid to learn as you go, just not being scared. And I think that's where I am today.
If you could tell young Mila something that you know today, what would it be?
Maybe stay a bit more focused.
Okay. Okay.
Interesting. Okay, nobody said that yet.
No, that's a new
one. I like that one.
What do you mean? Can you elaborate?
Well, that's because I lead with my heart, right? So, and because I've had this international upbringing, if I feel like I need to move to Singapore tomorrow, maybe I do that before thinking career first. Not that I'm planning to do that.
Just a disclaimer. If your boss is listening,
I'm going to see a LinkedIn update tomorrow.
Singapore, here we come.
Yeah, so stay a little bit focused on your long-term objectives rather than short-term, maybe. Because sometimes they have consequences.
Okay, yeah, that's valuable, actually, advice for, I guess, a lot of marketeers out there as well who's striving to be in the same position you are today. Like, I think people definitely can relate to some of that.
Well, I think in the CMO world as well, even though you don't come from a traditional sort of marketing background, I think we've seen CMOs, the shelf life of the CMO is like 2 years now, which is quite small, right? So, and I think that's tough. And I think it's indicative of that. The role is tough and that it is hard to maybe focus in marketing in general because there's so much new stuff going on and the industry has changed so much. So focusing on maybe the fundamentals or focus on your career path and what you really want to achieve, I think is good advice, specifically for CMOs, if you're listening.
I think for me, my career has always been in the hospitality related industry. And you can only really succeed in that if you have a passion for it. Yeah. And the principles of hospitality are the same whether you're at the Four Seasons or at Domino's. It's about creating great customer experiences and achieving, operational excellence. So I think, the base of where you're working, you have to believe in rather than just being a great marketeer.
I actually think that we're in the hospitality business. I think a lot of people don't think about that at their agency, but I believe that, it's sometimes hard to judge marketing on its successes, right? So you could say as an agency, you're supposed to bring in a level of success, and we do, but more and more I'm finding like, what is the customer experience with us in terms of how well was the project run? How did everybody feel? Like, what was the vibe like? And did we have that as a success? Because that's also a big success criteria, especially for bigger companies. Like, they're all running around doing crazy stuff. Like, they're busy. And if it's painful to work with you, it sucks. Yeah. And then actually, it doesn't matter what results you get. If it's painful to work with you, they won't do it.
Yeah, it's something you remember. You remember the bad experiences much more than you remember the good one. It takes like 5 good impressions to make up for that one bad one, right?
Yeah, and I think that's why also we've traditionally been a really heavy project management focused company because we want the projects to run really smooth and be nice. So while you're in hospitality,
operational excellence. I
operational
want
excellence.
But I want these 2 words on my desk.
Exactly. Every morning, looking at that every morning. Yeah. How are you? Are you operating excellently?
Are you achieving operational excellence?
Yes.
I love it.
So I love that. That's good. Nice. I'm gonna take that in.
Exactly. Yeah. Have every slide.
Yeah. Why not?
Great. Thank you so much for your introduction, Mila. That was lovely. Can you please introduce us to Domino's Pizza that you work for and how it's set up, actually, your position there, and then, how Domino's Pizza as a franchise is actually set up?
Sure. I mean, Domino's is an American brand, but it is a franchise business. Globally, Domino's has about 18,000 stores.
Wow.
And as a franchise business, Denmark is managed by Domino's Pizza Enterprises, and they are an Australian business company that have 3,500 stores across 13 markets.
Wow.
And we took over the rights to the Domino's brand in Denmark in 2019. Although the brand had existed here beforehand, that didn't exist no longer, and we started from scratch. So today we have 26 stores. We have an ambitious plan to have over 100 stores in the next 8 years. And to reach 150 stores across Denmark long term.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
So you have 26 stores today across Denmark.
Yes.
And that is in Copenhagen, obviously, Roskilde, where I'm from.
Funen and Jutland.
Yeah, and what is the concentration? Is it like 5 stores in Copenhagen or 6 stores, or how many is it in Copenhagen?
Right now, we have about 5 stores.
Yeah.
But, our ambition with the growth is that, we're a delivery business. We've been delivering pizza since the 1960s. It is what we do. It is at the core of our business. We want to be able to reach as many households as we can. Yeah. So our delivery areas should somehow border each other as we grow, so we don't overlap.
Yeah. That makes sense. But you guys are the only franchise pizza chain in Denmark, as I can
pizza
see
chain,
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's a cool position to be in.
What other franchises do we have?
For pizza, none. I can't even think of one.
No.
Because they're mostly mom and pop shops.
Yeah. There are some chains, of course, but they're Danish brands,
But what would those be?
Okay,
Not that we don't have to mention them.
Oh, no.
I'm just trying to think. Actually, I'm just trying to think of who did I ever see? But yeah, Domino's is the only one.
Definitely. But what do you think is Domino's unique selling point? What makes it better differentiate from other pizza brands?
Well, Domino's provides an affordable treat that we can deliver hot and fresh in 20 minutes. Us as a business, as a DPE, we are constantly evolving our menu from the very core of the ingredients so that you can eat a pizza with good conscience. You know, we have almost no E numbers in our products. We don't have artificial colors and flavors and preservatives. And that's a constant road that we're on so that you know what you're getting from Domino's has gone through a certain process and it's safe and it's okay to eat. But from just a product perspective, we are also evolving the creativity and the combinations of our products so that we stand out. I mean, I think it's quite known that Domino's has quite interesting pizzas, a bit quirky to some. We have, our cheesy crust, as we just spoke about before.
Certain innovation over that, right?
Right. So we're constantly innovating and evolving our menu. Our menu in Denmark is catered to the Danish market. It is not a copy-paste across markets. We actually create our dough based on the preferences of the consumer. Our sizes are also different in Denmark.
Okay.
So,
that's interesting.
Is it smaller or bigger or?
I can't tell you 100%, but it's comparable to what others in the market has, the local mom and pops, and that we have the same size that people are familiar with.
That's interesting.
Yeah, okay.
But also from an ESG perspective, we have net zero emission goals as a business. We in Denmark have 100% e-bike delivery, and so we're also focusing on reducing our footprints throughout our business and providing to the communities where we serve. So we do a lot of community support.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you also have a unique position in that, because I'm Canadian, so I have an affinity towards the brand more so than maybe your traditional Dane. But I think it's also that flavor of that sort of North American flavor, if you could say that. And I think that's a unique thing that only you guys really have, because most mom and pop shops provide fairly similar product. Then you can go more upscale with maybe something here in Kølbyen or something that's a little bit more fancy. But pretty much across the board. And people will always argue, oh no, this shop over here is better and this shop over here is better.
There's very divided opinions.
It's very, but it's like, it's pretty much the same
or
product.
People like the gourmet topping and it has to be Karl Johan's mushrooms or
whatever it is.
Based on the research, that we do, and we do that continuously, yes, you're right. Domino's is on its own, kind of, in terms of the positioning. You have your local gourmets, you have the local mom and pop shops, and then there's Domino's. We provide a different flavor. It is the comfort food. It's what you want to order for occasions around Netflix and games. It's that's what Domino's
I thought you were going to say something else. Netflix and chill. It's like Netflix and games is also good. It's also good.
I don't know what games you're talking about.
Yeah. Anyways,
to be PG-13, guys.
We are
talking about pizza here.
Yeah, we are. I mean, that's how it leads to.
What's the North American flavor? What do you mean by
I just think it's like it's just the combination. I think it's like how the pizza's treated in some ways, like how it's I don't know like it's just it feels North American to me when if I want like a taste of home, I would say let's go order Domino's really tonight, because it is that. It's like, because it's in Canada, at least, you don't get the traditional mom and pop stuff that you get here at any sort of store. Those pizzas don't exist.
No. Okay.
But Domino's, that's
so it has a memory attached.
To the brand. Absolutely does.
Nice.
So. And I think it also helps you guys in this market, as Denmark is a very international, more so than 10 years ago or 15 years ago. I mean, case in point, I'm Canadian, you're Chinese, and Martin's American. So like, even though you've grown up here ish, but it's still When did you come here? 13?
8.
8.
Oh, same as you.
Yeah. Same as me. No.
Wasn't that 2008?
No. 2008, but you're saying she was 8 years old.
So that was 2002.
I was 8 years old.
There's some age difference between Chris and I. 8. Just a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. So but that's right. So it is that sort of nostalgia sort of thing, for me at least.
It is for me too.
Yeah.
You know, growing up in Dubai, you have every single international brand there. That is how we grow up.
Yeah.
So I've always been familiar with all those American brands. They're there, right?
Of course.
In one food court.
I definitely want to pick your brain down the line here about growing up in Dubai. I want to go there, and I haven't been yet.
Okay.
And I'd like to actually start a business there one day. So
nice. Your roastery. Team up with Mila.
You
guys can have a little
roastery / agency.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I used to have that too.
Oh, did you? Okay.
In the roastery, and it was called the Idea Roastery. So you can have that. You can have that idea.
Okay,
that's a great
that
brand.
idea is just evolving
already.
Right? Take me with you.
You can
you have to go to Singapore. We already established
that's fair enough then.
That one's free.
Yeah. Thank you. You heard it, folks.
Okay.
Legally binding document. Yep. I can have the idea. Roastery as a name.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Can you tell us a little about how you're leading your team now that you are a CMO? What does your day today look like?
We actually here in Copenhagen we have quite a small office. We're not allowed to use the word startup because we really aren't. We're a scale up. We're a huge company, right? But in Denmark, in marketing, we're just 2 people.
Okay.
But we have huge support network from our European markets that are bigger. So we have our paid media department sits in Germany and France and in Belgium.
Okay.
And I have contact with them on a daily basis. The same for some of the creative support. So I think
you do it all internally.
We do a lot internally.
Yeah,
some
great.
things we do externally, also here in Denmark. But I would say that 80% of what we do is 100% done internally.
Okay.
But not in Denmark as much because we are smaller. I mean, you have to compare it to other markets. Germany has over 400 stores. Benelux, we have 800 stores in total or so. So we piggyback on them quite a bit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Of course.
So a day at our office is, we wear a lot of caps. So I'll touch base with all those people every day. But I also look after everything ESG related, media buying, agency contacts on a daily basis.
Okay.
So we're also very much a commercial department. So menu and innovation also comes, an NPD purchasing comes under the marketing department. So coming up with new flavors is also part of what I do.
Okay.
Great.
That's very complex though. Like it's untraditional, I would say as well. But I mean,
I think it's very Domino's to be more a commercial department in that sense. So pricing strategy comes out of marketing and deal constellations. Because Domino's is very famous for having good deals. Also comes out of the marketing department, and we have a BI support, business insights that help us and supports with all the geeky numbers. Because I don't want to do that.
Fair enough.
So it's we do a lot of different things in the office, but at the same time we sit in one room and we also help each other with that, even if we're not in marketing.
That's very interesting though. I think that's maybe also very industry specific, that you have to have like that hands-on. I know a lot of CMOs in the hospitality business who has been on the floor and started up there and worked their way up, so they have this immersed understanding of how the business goes and and tag team. So there's a synergy between the operational and the marketing.
Our CEO here, Kelly, she has been in Domino's for 29 years.
Wow.
And she started as a pizza maker. And most of the CEOs that you'll find in Domino's started as a pizza maker or as a driver. Our group CEO, Don May, who is known as the Big Cheese, the pizzapreneur, he started as a driver 35 years ago. Yep.
Imagine having that nickname, the Big Cheese.
I like the pizzapreneur better. That's a cool one. Yeah.
Okay, that's very interesting. Let's talk a little about Domino's before versus now, because I know that you guys are live with a new campaign. Can you tell us a little backstory of where you were and where you are now?
Sure. Domino's has been in Denmark since 1997, but it was run by an independent franchisee who bought the rights directly from the US. They did not follow Domino's standards. They also didn't follow Danish legislation, and they went bankrupt, and rightfully so. So we inherited a really bad reputation for our brand, because we broke customers' trust. I think Denmark, more than many other markets, really value that trust and just doing the right thing. And so that is what we've inherited. So that is a challenge we work with every day. But our absolute first priority, I'm going to use it again, was operational excellence.
Love it. We're gonna have like a Martin. Can you make like a thing like a operational executive? Something like really like every time she says it, just hit it hard. Okay, good.
So at DPE, our company flew in the dream team, which is Kelly and Pauline, who's our head of corporate stores, that have been with the business for almost 3 decades.
Wow.
To start from scratch, we built new stores, getting good processes of control. Absolutely no apologies around food hygiene. And that's been the priority from day one. What we didn't do was talk about the past, because we felt that it wasn't ours. But I think the realization is that it is, because it's our brand and it's our customers. So we are at a place today where we can proudly say what we've achieved in the last 3 years since we opened. And this campaign that we can talk about in a second is about that. Looking in.
What was I think that there's something interesting in here, because I think some people would maybe say like, let the past be the past, and some people, like you said, like that was the past, and then there was a global pandemic in between and things like that. Like, it's an interesting tactic to take it up now, and I'm going to challenge you a bit. Like, is it a little too late? You know what I mean? Or is it better late than never?
I think it's better late than never. We've invested in a lot of research. We do an annual brand tracker. We've done qualitative research. Ask me what we haven't done. We've done it. I think we know where we stand with the consumer here, and it is year in and year out top of mind. Is this former scandal of?
It's still in the public's eye.
It is very much is, and we now realized. Actually, now we can say what we've done instead of saying what we're going to do.
That's true.
And
pave the way.
There's no hot air in it. It's
exactly.
It's backed by hard work.
We have 100% Smileys hygiene grading in all of our stores. We have great delivery times. I think we're average of 22 minutes. And we have this constant focus on menu innovation and the quality of our ingredients, which is greener. We have more plant-based products. We've achieved that now. We're 3 years down the line, and we can now say to customers, we did this rather than saying it 3 years ago. This is what people are not going to really resonate with that.
That's true.
Okay, so you're really laying down the groundwork.
Can you explain a little bit the campaign creatively for those who don't know about it, and what's the
thoughts
concept
behind
it?
So the whole plan, as I meant, is clearing the slate, right? This is the groundwork, as you mentioned. Creatively, it is, we gave ourselves a 1-star review on Trustpilot. So visually, it looks like a Trustpilot review, 1 star, and where we are apologizing for the past and talking about these different proof points of what we've achieved. And this was plastered all over the country. Very scary. In out of home, paid media all the way, 360 campaign. But we also had a TVC running for a month, which starred our CEO, Kelly, who also came across with the same message and apologized for what had happened, but that we'd made these changes on our menu. So we thought it should be a voice from us. It shouldn't be some celebrity behind it. So she went and did that. She didn't get paid for it. I'm her agent now.
She works for free.
She works for free.
We use Chris for a lot of stuff. He's plastered everywhere.
But it goes to show how much,
I don't work for free, though.
Goes to show how much she believes in it too.
Yeah.
And she she's the one who made this happen to where we are today. So that's what we did. We went out and apologized because we realized it is our apologies to take.
Yeah.
But we then spoke about these improvements we've made.
Yeah. What's the next step for that campaign? If you want to give us a spoiler alert. Or
sure.
Maybe there's no next step. I don't know.
Well, the next step is that we now want to lay this to rest. We feel like we've cleared the slate and that we've been very cautious about talking about all these great things that we do in fear of this negative
shitstorm,
that people don't trust that. People don't trust that what we say. So our next step is now we can calmly and with pride talk about the quality of our ingredients.
Yeah. Okay.
So we will be focusing on so that customers know that yes, it's actually free, fresh dough, and it is actually real mozzarella and all these great hallmarks that we have for our ingredients and products.
Yeah.
So that's the next step.
That's cool. I think that, and maybe you've already thought about it, but I think like what we do is, so we recently have been working with Wish.com, and we've been helping them sort of also deal with trust, loyalty, changing of the product, and I think one of the core aspects of that journey has been UGC, user generated content, and of course influencer content, to be a little bit more like showing good products and how actually, because Wish.com has a reputation of being, okay, what you buy online is not necessarily what ends up in your house. Yeah, exactly. So they've had to battle that, and I think like you guys have a similar battle or had a similar battle, and I think I don't know, are you using influencers? Have you guys got a plan for that, or how are you guys?
We aren't currently, but we are building our organic content more and more and focusing our strategy more on that, more than we have done until now. Pizza is about occasions, and we need to drive those occasions in what we do. Another one that we want to focus on is employer branding and just getting our team on social so we can become a personality and a little bit more about that. So yeah, it is a strategy we use. We do not use influencers at the moment.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right now.
What were your KPIs for that campaign, and how's the result from that?
I can tell you next week.
Okay.
But our KPI for that was merely brand love. We used to call it brand hate, but we decided no, we're going to call it brand love. Every year, our annual brand tracker will give us that score, and we run copy paste, for better benchmarking, and that will be out next week, so we can get a taster of what that has brought us.
Yeah.
And that's the only KPI.
It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll be calling you. Or maybe we can do like
give us an update.
Give us an update. Because I think that
part 2.
I actually think that a lot of people in the marketing industry are curious to see, because it is an interesting campaign, and
it's anti-marketing, if you will.
Yeah, it is anti-marketing, and I think there's something interesting about using Trustpilot, using reviews. I think that it feels more down to earth. It feels more something that people can contribute to that themselves. Like I think,
and Trustpilot is a Danish brand, and it's not as important in other markets as it is here. It drives. Does drive that consideration for a brand, so it seemed like a good link.
So would you say like the big thing is trust, like the next, I guess that's one of your core tenets, obviously, like if we look what's behind good ingredients and what's behind that, trust is the thing that you guys are like really focused on.
Yep.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, we're looking forward to see the results, and I guess you guys are also very keen to see it. Is there any?
If I don't answer my phone, you know why.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sure it's good. I think you guys hit a good one.
Yeah.
I was skeptical, and like if that is coming out a little too late, and like how do people still think about it? But I think you're right. I think people do still remember that time.
Yeah. And you are getting better reviews on.
And I can say that we did increase by 7 points within a week.
That's awesome.
Yep.
So people are also responding and saying, okay, I will give them a good review.
Yeah.
But I think it's really nice that you're listening. I think like that's a great thing about Trustpilot, also about social media. I think a lot of brands don't listen. They don't care. They're like, We see it all the time with the brands we work with. They've got tons of people that are actually talking to them on social, but the brand is just like, okay. They don't talk back.
We made the change that when it comes to review and getting back to customers, it was more like a community manager handling it, and it was a one-way conversation, and then it didn't come back to the stores. For us to make the change. That has changed now. We have a customer care manager who's solely focused on that and communicating that down to stores so we can take corrective action. So we're here to listen, and that's why we came out with that campaign. We listened. People said, we want to know what happened. We want to hear about it.
Can I ask about your customers? Like, do you ever do segments? Like, how do you choose your channel and channel mix based on segments? Since you mentioned it's very pizza is occasion based and etc. But you must do some certain lower fun activities as well, right? Especially when you guys have deals and offers and
I mean, now it's gonna get complex, right?
Okay.
Well, not really. Look, our customers usually between 24 and 34.
Okay.
Most of them are male. They like to watch Netflix
and
games and stay in and have pizza. But it is an occasion. Pizza is all about occasions. It's bringing people together. So how do we target them? Is we create content that drives them to be curious about these occasions, and therefore we can then target them with the right deals and offers. So our offer constellation is targeted to various different occasions, right? Whether it be your lunch deal, your two for Tuesday, one of the most famous Domino's deals, or is it the delivery deal for game night? Do we have menus that are for the crew or for two or for one? So we kind of have something for everybody.
Okay.
It's what we work with, right? Same with our plant-based. We've actually growing our plant-based selection, so we're getting more vegan customers that are regular. We can see that we're driving frequency for that segment. I think that's something that's been missing, especially within plant-based, is the comfort factor of plant-based food. We provide the grease with plant-based, so that's been I
think Martin's gonna order pizza from Domino's tonight.
Are you vegan? Are you vegan?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Try our veggeroni, plant-based pepperoni.
Okay,
veggeroni, guys.
We just got
Chris is like
the product has just been nominated actually for a plant prize.
Prance.
A little prance. Plant prize.
Okay, that's really interesting. So have you seen a digital transformation that since you've been with Domino's, onboarding new media or platforms? How has that changed within your reigns
of onboarding new?
Yeah,
I think TikTok, if we want to talk about social media channels, is untapped. I mean, it is tapped. We have around 30,000 followers today, but it's something we need to focus more marketing dollars on, not just from content creation point of view, but we've started also with advertising on it, and that's new for us.
Yeah, what drove you to that decision?
Because of our younger target audience, and we see based on the organic content we've been creating for the past year or so, drives curiosity about the brand, and so it's the right place to be for our target audience. I mean, I might say that they're between 24 and 34, but we all know that many of them are under 18. It's just their mom buying, right?
It's also aging up, right? Like
no,
TikTok
but I mean, we don't target to children. That was we don't do that. But it is the younger crowd that can resonate with the Domino's brand, which is a bit it's American, it's witty.
And they might actually not know the backstory as well as the older generation as well. So it is really a clean slate for you guys.
Yes.
Okay, that's really. Do you ever? How do you engage your community? Because since you have that community manager to feed back to you guys with product innovation, etc. But is there anything else you guys are doing and bulking up in that sense?
Well, I think recently we kind of also cleared the slate. We're completely clearing the slate, from a rebranding perspective, and also from our strategy on social media from an organic point of view. So that is kind of still in the works, but we do have a community manager who's not the customer care manager, who does a little bit more of outreach and dictating our calendar that is relevant and keeping up to the trends. And so that is something we meet on one every single week, so that we're agile and we can make the right changes. So nothing's set in stone. I think a lot of companies, let's just make a content calendar for the next 1 month, and then nothing changes.
Or a quarter.
Or a quarter, and then nothing changes.
Yeah.
So we're aware that we have to be more agile. It also means that sometimes we need to get out of our seat and into a store and just make things happen, because you don't always have the resources right there.
Yeah.
And we have great team members in stores that are really excited about TikToks, because we have younger staff members, so they're also supporting us. We have these co-creators of staff in stores, so we can get the perspectives from them.
Yeah, McDonald's is also a good case for that matter. Is, for instance, that they have a lot of employees or use their employees to actually do all this content from the stores,
which is what we do. Very heavily. That's who we rely on mostly.
I think it's a funny looking at it for the last couple of years. I've seen a lot of brands sort of hire content creator first, employee second. So I mean, like, they're coming actually out and saying in their job ads, hey, that we're looking for people who want to be content creators but also can flip burgers. And I think that's a really interesting methodology, because they've recognized that.
Can I take that one?
Yeah,
thanks.
Yeah, there you go. But I do think that, like, when you guys are looking at your next staff, I think so many of the young people, they want an opportunity. They want to have a platform. They want to have a voice. They want to be creative in their job and also in their private life. So giving them that opportunity to be both content creator and
definitely. I mean, we have
pizza chef. Then we
have younger members that text me like, "Can I please help you with TikTok because you suck?"
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I am happy for you to do that, because I don't want to say I'm old, but this is definitely your generation above mine.
Okay.
That's funny. So instead of the month's best employee, you can have the month's best content or something in each store.
But we do that here at Cubco as well. Like, we have like people on, and we have little what is it? Sort of like a little bit of data in the background. We're watching who performs the best on social, and then we kind of have a little race, a little game on who's doing the best on our social channels. So that's also incentivizing, your team to be, okay, who's got the most viral video this month? And then they're kind of jazzed up about doing something.
Exactly.
It has to fit the brand, obviously, and it has to fit within the guidelines. Still,
everyone hates that person from marketing who comes, let's do a TikTok.
Yeah, exactly. It has to be
we love those people.
Authentic.
Again.
Yeah, exactly.
Tried to get Kelly to do one the other day, and she wasn't up for it.
No.
Really? She's such a star now.
She's such a star now.
You're her manager. You should push her.
Yeah. No.
Like the agent. Like agent. Yes. That's what
that's what you meant.
Yeah. Talent manager, agent.
Like, man, I know. Manager, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it works the other way.
Talent management.
The talent manager. Yeah, exactly. Contractually, it says here in the talent agreements.
Yeah.
You must be on TikTok.
Okay. I want to tap into the future a little bit. Do you see any opportunities where Domino's Pizza could further grow in, or?
Well, as I mentioned, we're going to open 100 stores. So that's definitely a future. We are at an age of delivery. I think everything you want nowadays, you can get delivered. But we will continue and want to dominate delivery. We are the ones that invented food delivery. So as I mentioned before, we're going to continuously innovate this menu, get the right delivery times, but we're also innovating and like to have fun. We've tested robot deliveries. We are also moving into reusable pizza boxes using a deposit system. That is also something we're looking into at the moment. So just constantly evolving with this ESG mindset as we grow, and the people behind it, so we can grow within and develop our staff members.
Makes sense. What about from your visionary marketing perspective? Where do you see you guys going?
Domino's being top of mind for that occasion, any day of the week.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, like, I think, like, do you guys then partner within gaming, or do you guys partner within entertainment, or what sort of? Because if you take those two, you said, like, from a audience perspective, you're really strong with the younger male audience.
So that is definitely something that we want to be better at. Now we kind of getting the foundations right, and then we want to tap into occasions with partners and possibly some co-marketing and get together with that. Yeah, so occasions is number one, and dominating delivery.
Dominate delivery
at Domino's.
I love it.
That's the last punchline there. Dominating. World domination.
Can you add those effects? Great.
Okay, that's fine.
Domino's.
But
she's building it for you.
Yeah, exactly. Take notes, folks. Okay, I love it. Thank you so much for sharing. So here we have it, guys. Little inside is a Domino's Pizza Denmark CMO brains, and thank you for joining in.
Things.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah, you said some things. That's nice.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for listening, and tune in for the next one. Bye.
Take care, guys. Bye.
This has been the Social Media Sucks Podcast.